大家好，我是小雨。今天没有英雄开场动画，因为没有要讲英雄。那这个是我前几天的贴文啊，不过没什么人看，我就不再念里面的内容了，有兴趣自己看。那关于开场时机，我之前在我的教学影片里面其实都有讲过，会找时间制作。那我是想了很久，我决定分成几集，给认真想进步、想变强的玩家们来照着步骤慢慢学习，让你彻底搞懂什么是开战时机。那大家看一下年份，这个是我8年前在王者荣耀办过的活动，是因为有一个学生质疑我出的问题太刁难，然后一直让他想，也不告诉他答案，所以办了这个活动，让路人帮助他一起动脑筋来回答。所以简单来说，想彻底搞懂什么是开战时机，就请你先努力思考，而不是直接告诉你答案，那样的话一点效果都没有。而且我的教学视频早就全部都讲过了，还不是一样一堆人有听没有懂呢？能够从自己的脑子提取出来，和别人告诉你完全是两回事。这个感觉就像是你能够直接判断战局，做出正确反应，和游戏中还得听队友语音提醒才能做出反应，两者差别非常大，是一样的意思。以上这些就是那位唯一一位不是职业玩家能够正确回答完整从我这毕业的学生和我有趣的对话记录。好，那么这边会先问大家一个问题，请问职业赛的选手们在塔前浪或是在乌龟领主旁边晃来晃去又不开打，到底是为了什么？然后为什么职业赛或是真正的高端场开战都是一瞬间的事情，而且都是往死里打，打到死很多人的那种？是什么原因导致都是这种刺激到爆炸的开战？开战时机是什么？
Gentlemen, it's time for Game 7!
那由于这个话题非常抽象，我现在也已经完全没有在打认真努力上分的5排了，所以只好借用职业赛的画面来当做教材。我这边先截取2段素材来让大家欣赏一下，这样之后我解说起来会比较具体一点。然后这2段我会问你一个问题，你可以自己想，也可以留言，什么都行。第一段，请问这边蓝方为什么要往敌人主堡开战？然后撤退的时机又是什么
This is on the Lord push as well. This was such a risky maneuver. Falcons AP Brand, they needed to trade up here. This could be an inhibitor pretty quickly, but we'll see. The Lord's still knocking on the tier 2s. Falcons AP Brand, they could diverge, they could divert. A big Lord in the bottom lane. Holy defense used up, and the Lord is still full HP. Oh my god, no way. Now, I'm offended onto Flap, still going with a hammer, stolen real world manipulation, format penalty zone into Calteezy's damage, but Crab deals with him. It's a killing spree as Calteezy picks up the blades. Now in the midst of it all, caught again, the glowing wanted, takes him down! Stormy finds the kill, it's another 2 for 1! This is not like this, not like this! It was supposed to be an epic battle, it was supposed to be legendary.
第2段，大家看到没有？这边就是我出的问题，晃来晃去又不开打，到底是为了什么？在等什么？这个等的时间非常之久，但开战就是一瞬间的往死里打。我们这边来欣赏一下。
Oh, SRG need to take their time. They can honestly reset this, right? Just wait for the waves to start crashing closer towards the enemy crystal, and then maybe consider your options at this point, right? They're holding it hostage once again. Look at this, and even Falcons Abraham, they know it. They're like, man, we gotta send somebody up there. That's risky though for SRG if they continue to. Oh, they send the Harith up top. Super Marco has been spotted up, now with the sun on the crowd. It's gonna be the spear of outbound, the Batizi, but it all falls into the real Roman inflation. Yums still in the midst of it all, getting the knock-up view, trying his best with the flanker backward. Sky chases him down and gets the kill. Meanwhile, Super Marco dashing back and forth, trying to survive, trying to save the game. But Kyle, now he falls. It's just Master Ogwen, and he will lose his immortality. Another life, another chance, but not to Stormy. They've done it! They've done it! For the first time ever, Malaysia is on top! It's over! They have failed as individuals again and again, but together, mortals turn giants are invincible!
我操，这个直播的语速跟情绪也太专业了吧！要知道我的解说正片讲这么快，可是都后置剪辑讲好几次才有的效果啊！可见解说员对游戏的理解也是非常强的，才有办法讲这么快。 那这边这张图片的问题，你们想变强的人就自行去思考，想只听答案的就等我制作好下一集上片就可以了。这个为什么那么重要？就是因为老实说啊，英雄操作打到后面，除了一些技术角以外，大家都差不了多少。但开战时机是最难理解的，有时候就算是打不赢也得开战，差个0点几秒，结果就差很多了。那后面是前面素材的完整影片，感谢 MLBB 官方频道的赛事直播，出处我会放在说明区。想要精进的玩家可以仔细观察这场蓝方打得好的点在哪里，后面几集会直接做成影片，全部告诉大家。这场虽然已经是好几个赛季之前的版本了，但不影响用来学习观念。那后面大家就自己欣赏吧。
One last time, Selangor Red Giants on the blue side up against Falcons AP Bren on the red side. And already we're seeing the trades being very effective here from Ogwin, now having access to the Arlid. And honestly, I don't know, man. This Arlid is a dangerous pick on Ogwin.
Really is. I think back in the day, for me especially, looking at Master Ogwin, every time he picks up the Arlid, he would have the most kills on the team. That's how ridiculous he is on the Arlid. So it really does feel like the analysts also, kind of said it. It's all comfort picks. They're going back to what makes them so special, I would say, individually. And it's perfect to see a Game 7 go like this.
Yep, and it's looking phenomenal as well, right? Because once again, from every single lane, they've got a tough job, right? Few, especially on this eve, will be able to try and poke out Stormy, but the same can be said for Stormy, right? If he just dodges a couple of abilities. At the same time, right, you can see that the motions across the map are very hesitant, knowing that there could be a counter response on the opposite end.
Kal'Tezi on the Finch Poise. Yum's trying to read that maneuver from Kyle, but he stays on the wall, now going back. Both teams, obviously, I don't know, what would you be looking for here? Flap, though, going for some damage. Kal'Tezi with rotation as well. Cram going to be taken very low. Flickers out to safety, doesn't get knocked up. Going for the overall Wolf King, and doesn't connect it, so Kyle gets a little bit more damage in.
Okay, I think that's totally fine here, because again, Selangor Red Giants are going to be stronger once they have their big ultimates, right? Especially for Yums. Once he has them in Knowing Fury, then maybe they can open up a couple of options. But in the meantime, right, this first turtle is going to be a little tough to contest, considering that Ogwin is giving them very good information. Okay, they know for a fact that, especially in the mid lane, is going to get shoved in, but they know that Alpha is already on his orange buff, so Falcons AP Bren can take their time with this, go to the opposite side, farm back up, get that level lead to come back for this fight.
This is what's great about Falcons AP Bren whenever they use the Assassins, because they will go back and forth with the turtle, and they won't go for it. They'll utilize the clear speed. But it seems like for SRG, they've read that. They've rotated over. Now they are the ones punishing Falcons AP Bren for the clear that they want to go over the neutral objective.
Good stuff here. That's why SRG are, when they're rotating together, more importantly, they're focusing on can they get Sakai's into a position where he is able to actually out-level his opponent, especially when you're up against a Ling, right? We're hoping that Sakai's gets roughly around 11 to 12, no, specifically level 12, so that he's going to have a really short cooldown on that ultimate in these long extended fights. It's going to be dangerous having multiple, if not 2 rotations of Spear of Alphas if he survives.
Again, now it's coming down to a point where for both these teams, they're really just scouting ahead. They're really just waiting for the power spikes. Ogwin flickers out of them in his fury, placed down by Yums. That could have been scary. Super Marco, Zaman Force onto Innocent, looking for a trade back. Sky's doing some damage back onto Ogwin, and Marco will have to respect Innocent's damage on the Roger. Him on a signature pick, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what Innocent is going to be building, right? Because previously in these types of matchups, especially against the Harith, we've seen here at MSC, he likes to go first item Thunderbelt first before he goes for the traditional build. I mean, the fact of the matter, he likes to go Quantum Charge as well. He likes the extra kiting capability. Oh,
wow.
Windtalker first. Okay, so he's going to be fighting for he's not just mobility, but fighting for priority, because Roger is not great at clearing waves, but with the Windtalker, he can at least go toe-to-toe.
Yep. You get that additional damage coming down. You get that, I would say, what is it? An additional strike. But
the gust of wind.
A gust of wind. That's a perfect way to put it. Sky's also with the War Axe here. Are they very, very early on able to secure his first item of the game? And that's really going to be good for him, because I think on the Alpha, when he used it in Game 3, I believe, it was a bit shaky when it comes to the early game. He was taken down quite a bit. So the fact that now he is able to get to his item power spike without any real hurdles is great. This mid game is going to be great for SRG.
I think the best part about it all is because the laners are so even, it's going to be difficult for Kyle TZ to find these freebies in the side, right? So the main time where they actually clash is during these fights of neutral objectives, these POIs. Even, I would even make an argument for River Crabs as well. Oh,
Owen all alone up there, knocked up now. Minus Fury Yums finding 3 on the board, another knockup. It's a Tempest of Flames by Kyle TZ, but he can only just escape the real world of Blazing is placed down, but Cram is swinging the sight now on the Starmie, who finds it. Finch poised by Kyle TZ, finding a trade back, and it is Skies that gets taken down. So at least for Falcons AP Bren, they deny the turtle, but Stormy terrified. Don't run Wolf King isn't ready. Cram gonna go in for the dive. Now with a dash forward, Cram takes him down.
nicely done. At least Stormy didn't have to use the IMU, and Innocent off of this double wave goes and takes down mid-tier 1. The tempo is strong from SRG's side. Falcons AP Bread, they gotta recover from the economical damage!
Final slash in the flicker. Cram is still able to survive! Now baits him in onto Yums. Cram with one last hit at the site. The Don't Run Wolf King outplays Falcons AP Bren. Penalty zone from Flap TZ. Straight into Kyle TZ. Now with attempt to blaze. Knocking him up. Innocent finding the kill. Now on to Kyle. He goes. You try to catch him. You think he's guilty.
No!
He's innocent!
He does it time and time again. He's not allowed to get away with this. The law can't stop him now, man. But now, this is an insane amount of momentum that we are seeing from Selangor Red Giants. They want more!
RWM, innocent again, Lycan Pounce. Not going to be used up just yet. Oakwen with Avengers, the final slash, shutting him down. Yums, Minions Fury early to try to disengage, and he gets Stormy out, but it's just Stormy. He's going to have to die for it.
Oh, man. Might have been an overheat coming in for Innocent. Talk about Caster's Curse here. As we pull it back, let's look at the items. What have they built so far? Looks like the Endless Battle is almost complete by Innocent side, but the Starlium side then also going to be a quick Feather of Heaven, almost complete for the side of Super Marco.
For Falcons AP Bren, even though they've lost out on the neutral objectives, they're still able to fight. And seriously, this composition is really built for those hero moments. You got so many big plays that can happen. Flap TZ penalty zone is a Bond Force Owen, obviously with the final slash, and they can all, if they are able to get the combo, it's going to be ridiculous. I'm offended by Cram. Into the Don't Run Wolf King, no follow-up though. SRG not in the position to really all in, not on a Terizla.
Yeah. Hopefully Falcons AP Brand don't make that same mistake where they kind of, especially in earlier stages, nobody has anti-heal at this point of time, right? So Cram is pretty dangerous if there's a lot of people, B, an entire wave in front of him.
No,
I think they got to play it a little bit slower, right? Because again, if we're talking about tempo, that's kind of died out for the side of SRG, right? At least from Falcons AP Brand, they've kind of evened out the score in terms of who makes that first move first. And until we see Super Marco get the Holy Crystal, I think that Falcons AP Brand understand that it's pretty difficult to fight cleanly.
It is. It's going to be very, very hard, considering SRG, how mobile they are. That Windtalker that we were talking about for the Prio, it now works even more for SRG because technically they can attack from different angles, and Falcons AP Brand, they really have to rely on that front to back to be organized, to be coordinated. If SRG displaces them, it's going to be tough, and they know right now they're in no position to actually force out a clean fight. That's why they're giving away these neutral objectives, but it will only build SRG to be even stronger here. Come the 8th minute, come the 10th minute.
Well, I don't know. The Turtle, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Turtle's such an important neutral objective, but we gotta calm down because again, Turtle really just benefits, like, slightly benefits the team, but honestly just benefits one person who has that Turtle buff, right? We've seen time and time again that Falcons AP Brand can push back, and it really boils down to that very first Lord to see the big economical swing that benefits the entirety of the team.
That's Vengeance. Owen, final slash, displacing Yums into the Synchro Fission, but it's just poke. It's just poke that they're dealing with now. For Falcons AP Brand, let's talk about win cons here, because technically, late game, they've got it too. A few Ice Queen Wand, the utility as well, to slow down the mobility that SRG have been utilizing all the way from the early game to this point to actually get an advantage.
Yeah, and that's going to be very effective for those who kind of like to stick on you a lot. People like Cramp, people like even Sakai's to a certain degree. Even if he does decide to go for a Brute Force Breastplate, the raw slow from the kit on top of the Ice Queen's Wand from Few is going to make it really, really difficult for him to stand tall. At the same time, it does open up opportunities for Falcons AP Brand to actually go for the counter engage, right? But that's on the assumption that SRG make the first move.
Now in the bottom lane, it's a shove again for Falcons AP Bren. This is what they can utilize. I think for the most part, this is why Lings have been so ferocious in MSC 2024. You're able to farm up so fast. You get places real fast as well. Obviously, you have that Finch poise, but it's all about just being a threat in the side lane. And technically, do SRG have someone that they can actually like send towards this Ling to match him at all times? Because even if you can 1v1 him, you can't get to the rest of the team faster than the Ling.
Yeah, and there's also the secondary problem, right? Because if Ling is able to split push very effectively, then it boils down to how much wave clear do you have? And wait a minute, if Falcons AP Bren get the Lord, do they have enough wave clear to protect from high ground? That's just not the case for SRG's side. So this very first Lord might just be a make it or break it for them.
Definitely is going to be, especially considering, you know, they got a Harith here. They need to find these big team fights. They need to be able to force these big team fights. They're committing on the Lord. Retribution on point for Skies. SRG take it away, and Falcons AP Bren, they concede.
I think they don't mind. They know that they have the high ground defense. Worst comes to worst, Tier 2 start falling. As long as they maintain all of their inhibitors, they can actually push back. They're not at like a wave disadvantage for the upcoming Lord push. Sorry, not Lord push, but the upcoming Lord spawn. At the same time, it begs the question, right? What's going on through Falcons AP Bren's head? Did they not want to 50-50 it? Are they more worried about Yums' prime positioning?
I don't know about going on to Yums. Able to find a Minus Fury on the two straight, and I'm offended. And on another lockup, Stormy deals some damage. Innocent in the back line, gonna be Kai able to flicker out from the Tempest of Blades. Tram again finding View. They're going for another Stormy with a flicker forward. Ogre gonna be taken down. Super Marco,
oh, no.
He's bulletproof, but not anymore. Not to the claws.
Oh my goodness, this is on the Lord push as well. This was such a risky maneuver. Falcons AP Bren, they needed to trade up here. This could be an inhibitor pretty quickly, but we'll see. The Lord's still knocking on the tier 2s. Falcons AP Bren, they could diverge, they could divert.
A big Lord in the bottom lane. Holy defense used up, and the Lord is still full HP.
Oh my god, no way.
Now, I'm offended onto Flap, still going with a hammer, stolen real-world manipulation, format penalty zone into Kaltizi's damage, but Crab deals with him. It's a killing spree as Kaltizi picks up the blades. Now in the midst of it all, caught again, the glowing wanted, takes him down! Stormy finds the kill, it's another 2-for-1!
This is not like this, not like this! It was supposed to be an epic battle, it was supposed to be legendary, but now Slangor, Red Giants have an insane economic lead onto Falcons AP Bren. 6,000 gold on match point with an inhibitor missing on the bottom side for Falcons AP Bren. I believe that Falcons can do it. They can bounce back, but we need to see a good final slash from Ogwyn. He really needs to make it happen.
We're gonna have to see a perfect final slash. We're gonna have to see a magical one. All the words in the dictionary that means miracle or something of the sorts. That's what Falcons AP Bren have to do. When did you last see Falcons AP Bren having to rely on something like that?
It's been too long. It's been too long, but you can definitely tell that the pressure is getting there. It's building up. The momentum is here, and Slangor Red Giants now hit their next item power spike. 41, by the time this Lord spawns, it's going to be 42. Let's have a look at the items real quick. Oracle, on top of the fact that Yums is about to purchase that Dominance Ice, making sure that, hey, Ogwyn, you can't get away with anything anymore. Same goes for Super Marco, but then again, he's bulletproof. His positioning has been, honestly, pitch perfect until his front line crumbles.
It's very tough if your front line crumbles for a Harith to really look for anything in these skirmishes, because you're not really long range, you're in the fight. When you're in a fight, you are literally in it. You are in the midst of battle. And again, Ogwyn gets caught in the final slash, but it's not his. It's Stormy's! He stole it away from him!
Stormy is doing everything he possibly can to make SRG cross the finish line to create history. I'm gonna hold my breath here. I don't want to jump too far ahead of myself, but that is going to be a Luminous Lord for the side of SRG.
13-5. 13 minutes in Game 7 of the Grand Finals of MSC 2024. The region, the server that was once called Easy Skies, finds the Spear of Alpha, forces Kaltizi back again, but take a look at the chase down now. He only used the Finch Poise. They tried to bait out the Tempest of Blades, but they didn't get him.
That's fine, that's fine. Good patience coming in for Kaltizi. Slangor Red Giants, though, they're gonna have to crack open. This might be their one opportunity to actually set this up for a base crack. but we'll see. They can't overextend here.
Definitely not. I'm offended again on the Flap TZ now. With the Spear of Alpha, able to bring him back all the way. Yums in the midst of it all, finding the motivation roar to stay alive for so long. Few deals some damage still. Skies goes with a Flap TZ! Helping Ogwen there, finding the final stacks as a stun as well on the Skies. And again, it's Calteezy who jumps over to Innocent. Crab buys the immortality. He fights all the way. Stormy trying to survive. Crab in the base. Few doing it as well, trying to go for the clear.
No, he's gonna try. But now Stormy's getting in the mix. Salmon Force has been dropped down.
Super Marco jumping forward now with the help of Few. Crab in the base, still looking for the play. Super Marco running away. Crab chasing him. He does still have the dash. He gets out of the I'm offended, kiting him away. Few helping him with the Ice Queen wand, ever slightly just slowing him for Falcons AP Bren to survive.
I don't know. Cram had an opportunity to keep smacking the base just a little bit more, but if you look at his build tells you everything you need to know. He knows he doesn't have enough damage. He knows that the minion is a little too low to make it work, but on top of it all, he's just making sure he can live. Don't lose your resources just yet. He still has an active immortality. We'll wait. We're gonna re-engage later.
4,000 gold deficit. 2 base turrets down. Falcons AP Bren, if there's a time for them to make the miracle play, it's now.
Brother, man, they nearly lost the game there. They nearly lost the game. It's 16-8 right now. And in terms of damage taken, both Yums and as well as Cram at the top of the charts, but finally we are seeing that Falcons AP Bren are scaling, and if the fight drags out too far, especially with Calteezy, he can easily clean up that backline, even if you have iframes.
Again, it all comes down to one fight, despite this massive advantage. You can take a look at the turrets, you can take a look at the stats all you want, but it really comes down to one fight. Falcons AP Bren, how were they even able to make that fight close?
I don't know. SRG, I mean, they missed their opportunity, unfortunately, to close out this game now. You got to give props where props is due. Falcons AP Bren, they may be the final boss, but they won't make it easy for SRG. They're going to have to fight for every inch of space.
And that space is being utilized by Falcons AP Bren. Again, despite these base turrets, luckily for Falcons AP Bren, it sides with them. Despite that advantage for Selangor Red Giants, it's not in the far lane, that base turret. So for Falcons AP Bren, they can constantly send the Ling up top, but they have to try to make a decision as well, because now SRG are forcing them.
Oh, SRG need to take their time. They can honestly reset this, right? Just wait for the waves to start crashing closer towards the enemy crystal, and then maybe consider your options at this point, right? They're holding it hostage once again. Look at this, and even Falcons AP Bren, they know it. They're like, man, we gotta send somebody up there.
That's risky though for SRG if they continue to... Oh, they send the Hereth up top. Super Marco has been spotted up. Now with the sun on the crowd. It's going to be the Spear of Alpha on the Flap-TZ, but it'll fall under the real Roman inflation. Yums still in the midst of it all, getting the knock of Few, trying his best to flicker backwards. Sky chases him down and gets the kill. Meanwhile, Super Marco dashing back and forth, trying to survive, trying to save the game. But Kyle, now he falls. It's just Master Ogwen, and he will lose his immortality. Another life, another chance, but not to Stormy.
They've done it! They've done it! For the first time ever, Malaysia is on top!
It's over!
They have failed as individuals again and again, but together, mortals turn giants are invincible!